The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Mike, 180! Who that? Who that? Check 26, check 26. Check the back, check the back. Alert, 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 alert.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Check safety, check safety.
Protein spill.
Blue, blue.
A first down carry for Henry. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 41. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Hodges. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Check 37. Check 37.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette, and he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
At the 28-yard line.
Put up. 180. 55. Go. Go. Hey. 55. Come on, guys. 55. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game.
General West.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
At the 11-yard line.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal.
Alert, 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 alert. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, get up.
Now it's Trubisky. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey, Mike's 42, Mike's 42.
Here's Henry. So he got 3 at one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, you know, it can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it, and from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of the team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Out, 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 out. Ran, touch.
That's a jet sweep. They get it to Foster. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Get up. 180. 49 to Mike. Ricky. Hey, ball. Hey, Charlie. 49. Get him. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
From the shotgun is Trubisky.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of me. Let's go. Interception, baby.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this 1st quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. We're scoreless after 1.
No score.
So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action. We had some good play. Just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Rashawn Gary, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Fournette running out of the gun. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
3rd and 11.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Trubisky. Man open. That's Robert Foster complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check 55, Mike. What's the run? They're running, man. 18. Check 52. Check 43.
They'll run on first down. Henry. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. The Bills on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Got it open, man. It's Foster. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Here we go.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl.
Check. Red.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hodges. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
All right, here we go. Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Open man, here's Foster. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They send Green to the left on his own. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll come out in the pistol. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal.
Switch. Hey, 18.
They'll give Henry another shot. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
It's now 4th and goal.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it.
Blue. 55. Check, 55. Mike. Let's go, D. Motion. Bumps out the helmet. Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Going the other way.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because... And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20, 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check, 59. 6 man. Check curls. Go. Twist. Watch twist.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And that's where this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Check, 59.
Jackson from the shotgun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Here we go. 59, Mike to 59. Yo.
Jackson on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. Touchdown. Evan Ingram, 59 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know it.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be third down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down.
Alert.
Now it's Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it.
Oh, you got deep?
Here we go on fourth down with Trubisky. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Set, ready. 18 Gator. Share.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. There he goes left side. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points. So nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Give me some. Here we go. Let's go, Mike.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Trubisky. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
A pass there complete to Sutton. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Trubisky will throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Now a run with McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Let's get the ball. Watch the edge. Extreme.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Trubisky to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Alert, 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 alert. Mike's 42. Hey, zoom. Nice.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
Brings up 4th down.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Trubisky now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hey, Haywood.
They go play action with Trubisky. He's going to let this one go deep. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the back, and he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
On 3rd down, Jackson. We're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Another run, this time McCaffrey. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Watch QB's up. Hey, watch it.
Throwing is Jackson. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. 21 yards there on 3rd down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.